When I was found and brought home, my brother gave me a SBHYNX cat. Daisy, this is your gift from your brother. Welcome home, he said. My dad also gave me a gold necklace. Daisy, I'm so sorry for what you went through. I'll make it up to you, I promise, he said. What they didn't know was that I have yin-yang eyes and have been a feng shui master for years. The SBHYNX cat actually held the soul of the fake daughter. They want to swap souls? Interesting. I looked at the huge mansion and couldn't help but feel a thrill. My master's golden statue finally has a home. Seeing me take the cat, the SBHYNX rolled its eyes and sprawled on the couch. Idiot. In exactly 49 days, I'll successfully swap souls. Then I'll sell you to a breeding center and you'll be constantly ridden. It thought. Dad and my brother said I'm the real princess of this house. You're just a vessel. Enjoy your 2 days of glory. Oh, good idea. I thought. I wonder how much a SBHYNX cat goes for? They must be pretty expensive, right? I wondered. I searched online. Breeding quality ones are around $15,000. Looks like my senior fellow apprentice will get his new phone after all. I glanced at the cat, sitting next to it. It immediately got up, hissed at me, and shrieked, "Go away. You country bumpkin, stay away from me. You reek of poverty, don't infect me." I raised an eyebrow and slapped it. My brother, Tom, got mad. "Daisy, why did you hit her?" he yelled. He immediately picked up the cat and yelled at me. I said timidly, "Back where I'm from. If an animal isn't well behaved, you have to be tough with it, or it won't listen." "Brother, are you mad at me?" Tom's face was grim, but he softened his tone. No, that's not what I meant. You just met today, you're not familiar yet. You'll get used to each other later." He gently stroked the cat's head. "Good kitty, I'll get you some yummy treats in a bit," he cooed. "Brother's the best," thought the cat, rubbing its head against his palm. I just felt disgusted. Those big eyes glared at me provocatively. I sneered inwardly. A hairless animal, thinking it can pull off anything. Tom put the cat in its own room, decorated like a princess's room, all pink and soft, with a plush carpet. "Daisy, you'll be sleeping with her starting today. Our family owns a pet hospital, so you can get familiar with it early and eventually handle that part of the business," he said. "Got it, brother. Just leave her to me," I said, taking the cat and smiling with narrowed eyes. "Let's get along, okay? Otherwise, I have a pretty bad temper." Hearing this, the cat opened its mouth to bite me, but the next second I grabbed it by the scruff of its neck, completely taking control. 2 quick slaps, and the cat was stunned. "I told you if you don't listen, you get hit," I said. Tom's face turned ashen. Just as he was about to stop me, I said, "Brother, I'll handle my own pet. Don't worry, a few slaps and it won't dare to bite anyone. Animals, they need to have their temper checked." Tom, exasperated, could only hold back and close the door. I threw the cat on the floor, took out my phone, and updated my master. The cat sat in the corner, fuming, watching me. "Just you wait," it thought. "Once that necklace is tainted with your aura, I'll be able to swap souls successfully." I touched the necklace on my neck. It had a chilling, ghostly aura, but I quickly suppressed it. A mere foreign ghost, daring to act up. The necklace's glow immediately dimmed. Looks like the ones they hired aren't that powerful after all. Seeing the photos I sent, my master quickly replied, "A wealthy family, huh? But that hairless cat, it's a bit strange." I told my master why, and the old man immediately got excited. "I wonder how confident you are with foreign evil magic? We'll capture a few to practice on." I knew my master would be interested, so I readily agreed. I put my phone away and looked into the cat's eyes, a smile playing on my lips. "Little kitty, want some yummy food?" The cat hissed at me, but halfway through, it remembered my slaps and immediately shut up, hiding in the corner without a sound. I was bored, so I opened the room door and went for a stroll. This mansion, besides the odd soul-swapping business with the cat, seemed pretty normal. However, when I reached the study on the 3rd floor, I overheard a conversation between my dad, Mr. Peterson, and Tom. "Dad, what do we do with Daisy after the soul swap?" Tom asked. "She's just an animal. Throw her away," my dad said. "What else could she do? A country bumpkin." If it weren't for the cat's accident, I wouldn't have brought her back. Let her enjoy herself for a while. Okay, I'll go prepare some tomahawk steak for the cat. Her favorite fruits have also been flown in, Tom said. I quickly retreated and hid, then saw Tom, who should have been at work, rush out. I did a quick divination. Love is in the air, but it's a rotten peach blossom. Looks like Tom's feelings for the cat are truly something else. I sneered inwardly. After a quick tour, I went back to the room. The cat wasn't there, but I smelled cat pee. I was so annoyed I laughed. The carpet, the couch, the bed, and even my closet were all decorated with her urine. I walked to the window and pulled back the curtains. A white blur suddenly flashed, aiming straight for my face. Its claws glinted. I sidestepped, then kicked the cat into the corner. It hit the wall hard and fell. Ah! My brother will kill you when he gets here. It shrieked. Hearing footsteps at the door, I quickly grabbed the cat, and with lightning speed, pulled out the bedsheet and wrapped her in it. I held her by the scruff of her neck, and slapped her a few times, then shook her hard until she passed out. The next second, the door opened, and I asked tearfully, "Brother, I don't know what happened to her. She suddenly became like this. Look, is she sick?" Tom immediately became anxious and quickly picked up the cat, almost gagging from the strong smell of pee. "What's this?" he asked. "I'm not sure either. When I came in, I saw all my clothes were soaked in pee. Is this cat sick or something? It shouldn't be making mistakes like this, right? Is there something wrong with it? Let's take it to the pet hospital," I suggested. Tom also became anxious. "I'll go. Have the housekeeper clean all this up. But I don't have any clothes to change into," I said. Tom hesitated for a moment, then took out his phone and transferred $50,000 to me. "Go buy a few outfits right away." "Thanks, brother," I said. $50,000? Is this all you're giving me, like I'm begging? I thought. The cost of the imported ingredients alone was more than that. I turned around, went to a jewelry store, bought a large gold lock, and then headed back. As soon as I got home, I saw a box of ingredients on the table. Besides steak, there was sea urchin. Seriously, why does a cat eat so well? I shamelessly cooked it all. What I couldn't eat, I fed to stray dogs. When Tom returned, he saw the empty ingredient box and his face darkened. "Daisy, why did you mess up all the ingredients I bought?" "Brother, you know I never had a good life before, and I've never seen such delicious food, so..." "Brother, is the cat okay?" I asked. Tom gritted his teeth. She's fine," he stammered. I smiled and tried to hug her, but Tom sidestepped. "Never mind, I'll do it myself," he said. The housekeeper had already cleaned the room, and I took out the large gold lock and put it on the cat's neck. "This is a gold lock I specially bought as a welcome gift. I saw other people's cats wearing these," I explained. Tom was about to refuse, but the cat saw the gold lock, its eyes immediately lit up, and it sat obediently admiring it. "Look, brother, she really likes it," I said. Tom's expression softened. "All right, I'm going to the office." "You behave," he said. I nodded repeatedly, looking at my phone. My senior apprentice had just pulled some strings for me. The Peterson father and son wouldn't have time to bother me now. I prepared some steak trimmings for the cat, and it immediately changed its attitude. "You're giving me leftovers. I'll tell Dad and my brother to kill you," it thought. I smiled at her. "Be good or you'll get a big slap." The cat hissed at me. I raised my hand, and it immediately shrunk its neck in fear. "Eat up quickly, or you'll regret it later. Don't count on Tom coming back," I warned. The cat glared at me, making growling sounds. I smiled, watching the car roaring away outside. They were both gone. I immediately searched for the nearest breeding center, then turned to look at the cat. It was arching its back, about to attack, but suddenly met my wicked gaze, froze, and then retreated. "Why is looking at me like that? What do you want?" it thought. It turned to run in fear, but I grabbed it by the scruff of its neck. It tried to fight back, but I squeezed hard, and the cat passed out. I put it in a bag and called a cab straight to the breeding center. "Here's $5,000. Keep her for 3 days. This cat's in heat, and I don't care about the breed, any male will do," I told the owner. The cat shrieked. "How could you?" The owner smiled. "Don't worry, you'll be satisfied." He brought out several strong male cats, even a 20-pound blue Russian. I was very pleased, but the cat was terrified. How dare you? Dad will definitely kill you when he gets back, it thought. I squatted down and looked at her. Cat enjoy. Her eyes widened in terror. How do you know? You did this on purpose. Come back. Come back, she shrieked. I ignored her and turned to leave. Enjoy yourself. I'll pick you up in 3 days, I said. Mr. Peterson and Tom were swamped with company matters, so they had no time to deal with me. By the time they realized something was wrong, it was already the 3rd day. After dinner that evening, Mr. Peterson finally noticed something was off. Where's the cat? Why is it so quiet? He asked. Oh, she was in heat that day, so I sent her to a breeding center and found a few male cats for her, I replied. Hearing this, Mr. Peterson immediately stood up. What did you say? Tom got anxious. Daisy, are you crazy? Who allowed you to do that? I shrugged. Cats in heat need to mate. I asked the vet, and they all said if a cat's in heat, you either get her spayed or find her some male cats to breed with. So I sent her to the breeding center, I explained. Hearing this, Mr. Peterson almost fainted. Tom grabbed me and said address. I gave them the address, and they rushed off. By the time I arrived, the breeding center owner was already fighting with them. Where did these lunatics come from, daring to steal my cat? The owner yelled. Seeing me, the owner quickly waved. Little girl, you came just in time. These two are crazy, they saw this cat and tried to take her, he said. It's a misunderstanding. They're my dad and brother. They care about this cat a lot, so they came to check on her, I explained. You should have said so earlier. This cat's really enjoying herself. She has a dozen male cats lining up for her every day. He boasted. Tom was furious. What did you say? A dozen. What do you take her for? What else can she be? An animal in heat, of course. The owner retorted. Boom. Tom didn't explode, but Mr. Peterson fainted. I secretly chuckled. Can't handle this already? It's still early. Tom compensated the owner for damages and took the cat back. At this point, the cat was listless but seemed to be craving more. In the car, I heard her voice. Daisy, I'm going to bite you to death when we get back. Hearing this, I couldn't help but laugh. Tom glared at me fiercely. You can still laugh. Brother, I think this cat looks much better. She seems to really like those male cats. I said. Shut up. He barked. He scolded me fiercely. I pretended to be scared. Brother, why are you so mean? You're more patient with a cat than with me. Am I really worse than this cat? He blurted out. How could you be? What I mean is, why do you have to bother with a cat so much? This cat was previously owned by the cat's human self. We just want her to stay with us. Seeing her is like seeing her human self, so we hope you treat her well, he stammered. I get it. You're missing someone and seeing something that reminds you of them, right? But an animal is an animal after all. From now on, don't let her in my room. It's bad luck just looking at her, I said bluntly. My directness made Tom's face turn dark green. After all, it was the cat who was the imposter, and I was the victim. They were currently asking for my cooperation, so they couldn't say much. I had been home for a week, and they had 42 more days before they could swap souls. So they couldn't do anything to me for now. Brother, I'm out of money. Give me some allowance. I heard the cat's human self used to get $1 million a month. Half of that would be fine, I said. Tom frowned. I continued, seeing this cat just reminds me of the imposter, and it makes me feel really bad. Fearing I would mistreat the cat, he had no choice but to grit his teeth and give me the money. Seeing the transfer notification on my phone, I immediately sent it to my master. The old man was overjoyed. Now you know your true disciple is the best, he thought. I smiled, not missing the sharp glint in Tom's eyes. I knew he was trying to figure out how to kill me, but unfortunately, the cat knew the truth, but it couldn't speak human language. It was so frustrated that it didn't eat or drink after returning home, and slept for a whole day. It only recovered the next day. When it saw me, its eyes were full of fear. Just you wait. That necklace was soaked in corpse water. You're going to die, it thought. TSK, it probably didn't know that the gold lock around its neck was also soaked in blood. After 49 days, its soul would be permanently trapped. Mr. Peterson and Tom put the cat in the room next to mine, decorating it very warmly. The cat was jumping around, unable to speak human language, meowing anxiously every day, and its attitude towards me became increasingly hostile, not letting me get close at all. I wasn't in a hurry. Every now and then, I'd extort some gold coins from them and transfer it all to my master, scamming them out of over 3 million in total. And my senior apprentice's progress was also going smoothly. In short, after everything was completely resolved, everything in the Peterson family would be mine. Although Mr. Peterson and Tom were pretty disgusting, we did have one thing in common. We were both ruthless when it came to revenge. Some information came through on my phone. After reading it, I smiled calmly. Tom showed up. "Daisy, you've worked hard these past 2 days. I'll transfer you $200,000. Buy yourself a dress. I'm taking you to a banquet tonight," he said. It was the second week, and Tom finally couldn't hold back. I clapped my hands and readily agreed. After buying and changing into a dress, I was taken to the banquet, and then I realized what he was up to. The Peterson family's company business had been rapidly declining during this time, and they couldn't wait any longer, so they thought of me. Seeing the fat, greasy Mr. Wong, I couldn't help but frown deeply. Tom immediately led me to him. "Mr. Wong, this is my sister, Daisy," he said. Mr. Wong's beady eyes stared at me, full of greed and lust. After he clearly saw my face, he was immediately terrified. "You are." I lightly coughed, and Mr. Wong immediately understood, then waved his hand. "Young Mr. Peterson, you've worked hard. Miss Peterson, you truly are a wonderful person. Come, let's talk privately," he said. Tom pushed me forward. I smiled and followed Mr. Wong. As soon as we entered the inner room, he dropped to his knees with a thud. Master, I never intended to disrespect you." He wanted to curry favor with me. "Your family's business hasn't been doing well recently, and I didn't realize you were a Peterson," he stammered. Seeing him so scared, I shook my head. "You don't need to worry about anything. My identity is inconvenient to reveal, but I can't let this slide. Do me a favor." I whispered a few words in his ear, and Mr. Wong immediately understood. Okay, don't worry, I'll take care of it." He snapped his fingers, immediately summoning bodyguards. After giving them instructions, he respectfully escorted me out. Before I left, he even handed me a card. "Thank you, Master. What about my future financial luck?" "Stable development for the next 3 years. Don't cause any trouble. And remember to do good deeds," I advised. I understand. Accumulate virtue and do good deeds, for money and health. I will definitely follow Master's words," he vowed. He saw me off, wiping the cold sweat from his forehead. I smiled. Tom probably didn't know that a month ago, Mr. Wong's family had a strange incident, and I was the one who solved their problem and guaranteed his financial prosperity. He treated me like a god of wealth. How would he dare to lay a hand on me? Tom, on the other hand, had offended me, and he would pay for it. By the time I returned, it was already midnight. The cat was still awake. Seeing me come back, it smiled wickedly. "You're back. Did Mr. Wong treat you well? I told my brother to let you experience what it's like to be ridden. How was it? Mr. Wong has a lot of tricks, right?" It thought. I smiled and walked towards it, grabbing its neck. "Cat, your brother is as stupid as you are. He actually tried to ruin my innocence. Too bad tonight will be an unforgettable night for him." The cat's face showed terror. I went straight to the bathroom, filled a tub with water, and threw it in, holding its head down. The cat struggled desperately in fear, but how could it compare to me now? When it was almost out of breath, I pulled it out, then pressed it back in. I tormented it until it almost lost half its life. Then I threw it aside. "Try to fight me, and from now on, you'll roll away when you see me," I warned. It looked at me with hatred, wishing it could kill me, but helpless. "Just you wait. I'll succeed in half a month. Then I'll make you wish you were dead," it thought. I shrugged, and went to sleep soundly. Tom didn't come back the next day, nor the day after. He only reappeared on the 4th day limping. When he sat down, his face was grim, but he didn't dare to ask anything. Mr. Peterson, however, asked, Was the meeting with Mr. Wong smooth that day? I shrugged. I don't know what happened. Mr. Wong didn't seem interested in me, but he was quite interested in brother, so he let me come back first. But brother hasn't been home these past 2 days, and you look uncomfortable. What's wrong? Do you need to see a doctor? Tom gritted his teeth. No, thanks for your concern, he mumbled. I almost laughed out loud. Life went on like this. The cat never dared to come near me again, but they didn't realize that it was sleeping more and more. Tom, however, noticed. What's wrong with this cat? Why does it sleep so much every day? Brother, she's a cat. It's normal for them to sleep over 10 hours a day. I replied. Is that so? He asked. Of course. What cat doesn't love to sleep? I said. Tom didn't say anything. Mr. Peterson looked at my empty neck, frowning with worry. Daisy, why aren't you wearing the necklace Dad gave you? He asked. Oh, that one? It didn't match my outfit, so I didn't wear it. It's just a necklace. I never really liked jewelry anyway, I said. Before was before, now is now. You're a Peterson now, you should have some jewelry to match. That was your mom's, it's very meaningful. He insisted. I nodded. Oh, got it. I'll go upstairs and find it later, I said. That afternoon, he visibly relaxed when he saw me wearing the necklace. But he didn't see that the necklace's luster was completely different now, much brighter without the ghostly aura. The large gold lock around the cat's neck, however, was getting darker and duller. That night, Tom went to the cat's room and hugged it, stroking it repeatedly, muttering, Cat, just bear with it a little longer, you'll be free soon. The cat leaned into his arms, and the two of them looked at each other. Just then Tom's phone rang. The moment he answered, his face instantly darkened. He got up, threw the cat aside, and left immediately. The cat was furious. Tom, what the hell are you doing? Come back, it shrieked. I opened the door and walked in. Seeing me, the cat instinctively shrunk its neck and quickly hid to the side. Don't come near me, don't come near me, it cried. Looks like it learned its lesson. Cat, want to know what your brother's up to? Come on, I'll show you, I said. Without question, I picked it up and brought it outside. We saw Tom get into a car, and I followed closely behind. The cat looked at me warily. I smiled. Your brother Tom has someone else on the side. See that car? It belongs to the wealthy Miss Kelly, I explained. Seeing Tom walk into the hotel arm in arm with a wealthy woman nearing 50, the cat immediately broke down. Why? It shrieked. People always aim higher. If you can be with those male cats, Tom certainly can too. I said. The cat exploded. It's all you, you ruined me. It shrieked. I scoffed, looking at the intersection not far away. Cat, this road looks familiar, doesn't it? The cat's voice cut off. It looked outside, its eyes immediately filled with terror. This is where you died too. The mother and daughter you hit and killed are still lingering at this intersection. I said. It shrieked and jumped from the seat to the floor, trembling with fear. I floored the accelerator and sped off, driving wildly, scaring it unconscious. When we got home, I threw it on the floor, and it immediately threw up. Such a wimp. For the next week, the cat ignored Tom. It would get agitated whenever it saw him, and Tom's face grew uglier by the day. On the 49th day, they finally dropped the act. Early that morning, they hired people to perform a ritual at home. When I went downstairs, I saw several people sitting around the living room, with the cat in the very center. Seeing me, Mr. Peterson instructed the bodyguards to press me into the center of the formation. Seeing this crude formation, I couldn't help but frown deeply, but I still cooperated, feigning terror. Dad, brother, what are you doing? I asked. Daisy, Dad brought you back, and he's been good to you during this time, hasn't he? He asked. I nodded. Very good, I replied. So Dad needs your cooperation now. Just do as I say, and you can help us overcome this difficulty, he explained. I raised my eyebrows and immediately agreed, sitting beside him. The cat beside me sneered, Today's your death day. I'd like to see how you'll fight me after this. It was arrogant, sitting there calmly like a proud peacock. I also mimicked its posture, sitting in the middle of the formation, listening to the clumsy incantations and various yellow talismans, secretly scoffing. With this level of spiritual power, they wouldn't even qualify as outer disciples of my master. I wonder where they found these fakes, I thought. However, both the magical tools and mediums had already been sabotaged by me. I listened to them chanting and saw the expectant looks on Mr. Peterson and Tom's faces. Under their concerned gazes, I couldn't help but yawn and close my eyes to rest. Surprisingly, the chanting was as good as a lullaby, and I unknowingly fell asleep. But the buzzing sounds were like a swarm of flies, truly annoying. Suddenly, the sound stopped. I only heard a sharp cry, "Halt!" It hit me in the face. I flicked my finger, and the talisman in my palm immediately felt hot. Then a gust of wind blew, blinding everyone. Talismans danced in the air, and the Taoist priests beside me chanted incantations. I couldn't bear to expose him, he was even chanting the scriptures incorrectly. A few minutes later, the strong wind stopped. I slightly opened my eyes, pretending to be tired. Mr. Peterson pounced in front of me. Cat, how are you? How do you feel?" "Dad." I blinked at him. "I feel so hungry." Good. I've prepared your favorite salmon and steak. Quick, bring out breakfast," he exclaimed. My dad was excited. I blinked. "Dad, what are you talking about?" "I'm Daisy. Didn't the cat's human self die a long time ago?" "Oh, and I don't like salmon. Just some fried dough sticks and soy milk will do. This morning's nap was really tiring, it was too noisy," I said, yawning and stretching, then pushed him away and stood up. Mr. Peterson's face turned green. He looked at the Taoist priests around him in astonishment and scolded, "What happened? Why didn't it work? What good are you?" Tom got anxious. Quick chant," he urged. I raised my eyebrows and looked at the cat beside me. It was sound asleep, completely unaware of what was happening. I smiled, directly pulled off the necklace from my neck, and threw it in front of them. "Such petty tricks dare to show off in front of a master," I scoffed. Then I cast a spiritual talisman, and a cluster of flames rose from the center of the formation, scaring the Taoist priests backward. I then said coldly, "Evil cults, daring to act up. Dad, brother, you've all been deceived. You should believe in science. There's no such thing as soul swapping. They're all just lying to you." My words enraged Mr. Peterson. "Impossible. The master said it would work. I paid money for all of this," he shouted. I shrugged. "Obviously they're frauds." Mr. Peterson looked at me with malicious eyes. "I don't care, in any case you must die," he snarled. He walked towards me with a fierce look. Just then, there was a loud bang outside, and the door was knocked open. It was my senior apprentice. He led people in and quickly dealt with the rogue Taoists. Only a few of us were left in the house. No, to be precise, there was also a cat. I looked at Mr. Peterson and smiled. "Dad, you really disappoint me." I picked up the cat and, in their horrified eyes, threw it directly onto the floor. It tumbled around, dazed, then opened its eyes, saw Mr. Peterson, and then itself, and immediately shrieked. "How could this happen?" it cried. I cast a talisman on its body, and the cat's voice also reached their ears. "Why am I still a cat? Why? Of course you can only be a cat. For the rest of your life, you'll be sealed in this cat's body," I said. I took out its large gold lock. "See this? It's specially for suppressing souls, locking evil spirits in the body. From now on, you'll experience a different cat life every day." The cat shrieked. This sound reached Mr. Peterson's ears and he froze. "You." Let me introduce myself. I'm Daisy Peterson, the 13th generation successor of the sect. I was born with yin-yang eyes and have studied feng shui and ghost exorcism since childhood. The day I came home, I knew all your plans. I've played along with you for over 40 days. Thank you, love you," I said, making a heart gesture with my hands. Mr. Peterson was so angry that he tried to hit me the next second, but his raised hand just wouldn't come down. Tom, beside him, was the same. I smiled at them. "Sorry, I used a little trick to deal with you," I said. I reached into their pockets and pulled out 2 talismans that had already burned to ashes. "See, with this formation and these talismans today, you'll quickly become walking corpses," I explained. Just as he started to curse me, I sealed his 5 senses. Seeing him like this, I smiled. "When you killed my mother, You should have thought this day would come. But you probably never imagined that I, whom you specifically threw out, would survive on that mountain and be picked up by my master. This is my destiny. You are destined to die by my hand, I thought. He couldn't hear or see, but his inner fear couldn't be hidden. The more he feared, the more advantageous it was for me. My senior apprentice asked me, "Is that it? What do we do now?" "Take him to the forest behind. I've prepared a big gift for him there," I replied. According to my previous investigation, my mom didn't die for no reason. Although I had no impression of her, she was a pitiful woman. When I stayed at the Peterson house, I often heard whimpering and ghostly wails from the back, but I was never afraid. When I brought Mr. Peterson to the forest behind and tied him to a tree, I opened his 5 senses. Mr. Peterson looked at me, a trace of horror in his eyes. "You unfilial daughter, what are you doing?" he shrieked. "What am I doing? Of course, I'm letting you taste what she went through before. You killed her under similar circumstances, didn't you?" I asked. "She had just given birth, and you made the child disappear, then lied to her that the child was thrown here, and told her to come look for it, right? Today, you should also taste her pain. She'll come for you." I rubbed ox tears on his eyes, opening his heavenly sight. Mr. Peterson would stay there all night, watching countless ghosts fly by, scared into a mental breakdown, and finally dying of heart palpitations. But none of that had anything to do with me. As for Tom, I stroked my chin looking at him. His face was beyond grim. Ever since he knew I had known their plan all along and watched them act, his eyes had changed. When I approached, he immediately started cursing. "How can you compare to the cat's human self? Why did you have to come back?" he roared. "Did you forget you were the one who found me and brought me back? If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have known there were such terrible relatives in this world. But it doesn't matter. The Peterson family will be mine from now on, and you can be a loving couple of cats with the cat's human self. No, the breeding center wouldn't allow you and a female cat to be together," I said. Hearing this, Tom was terrified. I extracted his soul and put it into a 20-pound blue Russian cat and sent him back to the original breeding center with the other cat. The owner grinned when he saw me. "Little girl, you're back again. No one's going to cause me trouble this time, are they?" "No, they've all been defeated by me. I've inherited the family fortune, and I don't want these 2 cats anymore. I'm specially giving them to you for breeding. Use this one for mating and don't let them escape," I said. "Don't worry, I've been running this place for so many years, they never escape unless they die," he assured me. In the 2 cats' terrified eyes, I completed the paperwork. The cat shrieked, "Daisy, let me go. Let go. I was wrong, I don't want this. We're sisters, you can't do this to me." When it saw the male cats, its legs turned to jelly. Tom was the same. I specifically instructed the owner, "This one doesn't like pretty cats. Don't arrange any cats for him. The uglier, the better." "Understood. So he has a hobbies for that," the owner exclaimed. Tom exploded. "Daisy, you don't deserve to be my sister." The cat cried even more. "Daisy, I don't want anything anymore. I'll be your little sister, I'll work like an ox for you," I scoffed. She doesn't deserve it, I thought. Her biological mother was just one of Mr. Peterson's many women, and who knew whose bastard she was? Only Mr. Peterson believed his first love, and wore a cuckold for so many years. I also took back her large gold lock. I could sell it at the jewelry store and still use the money. Thinking of this, I smiled. Tom cried even more. "No, Daisy, I'm your brother. You forgot, I gave you a lot of allowance. Take me with you, I don't want anything, just being by your side is enough," he begged. I glanced at Tom. He had his foot on the cat's head. I'll go with you, okay?" The cat bit him on the leg. "Tom, you'll die a horrible death," it shrieked. Tom, in turn, slapped her across the face. The 2 cats started fighting. The owner wasn't polite and immediately pulled them apart. "Don't cause trouble here. Who'd want them if their faces are scratched up?" he yelled. To the dark room. No food for today. I was very satisfied. Good job, owner, I thought. Bye, brother, I said. Behind me, I heard Tom's helpless wailing and the owner's reprimands. In his eyes, this breeding center was only for mating for money, so there was no need to be too kind. I also added the owner on WhatsApp to keep in touch. After the 2 cats were sent in, I turned to leave, still hearing Tom's shouts behind me. "Come back, Daisy, come back." I was wrong, Daisy. As for Tom's original body, I extracted a soul and put it in, that of a firefighter who died in the line of duty. I gave him a new life. All of the Peterson family's assets were also seized by my senior apprentice and put under my name. I transferred a portion to my master to sculpt his golden statue, and I became a little rich woman, enjoying food and drink. There was nothing better than this. Oh, I forgot to mention. Besides people like me who go out to solve big problems, the Qingfeng sect also has business geniuses like my senior apprentice. My master adopted us based on our personalities and talents. Some are in business, some are in politics, and those like me with yin-yang eyes are naturally meant for this line of work. He wasn't poor and could have afforded to sculpt his golden statue, but the old man was a miser. Most of his money went to poor students, which was why we had to go out and earn money. But now it was more than enough. I returned to the sect and specially brought my master a big gold chain. "Old man, I'm back," I exclaimed. The end.